Hello, I'm Rick Barclay, and I'm with Piano Clubhouse, and today we're going to learn a song called Happy Trails. Um, this version is from the Van Halen Diver Down album, but it was originally written by Dale Evans and performed by Dale Evans and Roy Rogers. Back in the early 50s, Roy Rogers was a popular actor that did, over 100 movies, westerns, and both of them performing in them, and kind of the singing cowboy was Roy Rogers, and they had a TV show in the early 50s, I think from 51 to 57, where this was a common theme song throughout that TV series called Happy Trails. So we're going to learn the Van Halen version, but it's very similar to the Roy Rogers and Dale Evans as well, so when you listen to, they're very comparable. So let's dive in. This is in the key of A. A major is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And then you walk it back down. Okay? This is written in 12/8 time signature, and what 12/8 time signature means is there's 12 beats in each measure, and the 8th note gets the beat. So it has this kind of a swinging sensation, and it's based off of triplets. So I'll try to describe those things as we play through them. There's a very unique, walking cowboy type of bass line that runs rampant throughout this song, and it goes something like this. I'll just play it and I'll describe what's happening. Probably heard that many times in various different occasions, and that's what it, that cowboy type of walking bass line. And what it is basically you're doing an A, E, F sharp, and then walks back down the E back to the A. So rhythmically, 1, 3. It almost feels like we're in 4/4, but because the time signature is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So division of 3, these are a compound time signature, and because of that, it gets that triplet feel happening and feels like we're in 4. Okay, so that basically starts the song. You do one complete measure of that, another measure, 2, 3, and at this point on count 4, this is where we come in with the melody. And the melody is this: E, E, and then you're going to do a harmony here, E and C sharp. And you hold on to that while this is doing its walking thing, and then on count 4 you strike this again, and then you go down to A and C sharp. It's all still part of the A chord triad. So let me do all that from the beginning again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then at this point, on the last triplet note of 4, we're going to play both E's in both hands, and then we have, I'll do the melody now. It's going to be A and F sharp, E, B flat and G, E, B and G sharp. Okay, let me do that again. So you're walking up by half steps, and when we put it with the bass, notice the E's go together again right here, and then we're going to change our bass note now to B flat, E, F sharp, and then the E's match again to a B natural now on your left hand, still doing E and F sharp. And you can do a couple different things. I like to just keep walking back down like that, so it keeps that rhythmic pulsating thing. Okay, so again, right here on this section, A, B flat, now B natural, now E, and that E lines up with the F sharp, and it's going to clash, that's okay, and then to the E, and now we're going to do an E7 chord up in the right hand, so it's going to be E, D, B, and still doing the B, E, F sharp bass cowboy walk. Strike it again on count 4, and then now you're going to move your hand down to where it's E, B, and D in the right hand, and this continues doing the walking thing. Okay, so let's do that again now that we're on the E. So 2, 3, 4, 1, just play the right hand for a minute, and then strike the B again to C and E flat, and then C strikes again to C sharp and E. So again, we're walking up kind of as on half steps, while the bass is doing your, now it changes in our bass. Oh, sorry, went the wrong way. Not yet to the C sharp. C in the bass, E flat, which is going to be part of this A diminished triad. And in the sheet music it's an F sharp, but you can call it G flat if you wish. And then you strike these guys again, C and E flat, and now you're ready for the A. And I just end at that point. Okay, so let's do that right there again. Okay, now at this point we have kind of a hold, premata is what we call it, where you just hold indefinitely, however you feel like it. And then you're going to strike E. Now the melody at the next part is, it's free. Freely kind of rubato type of feel, or where you just play it how you feel like it, and it could be different each time. But you'll probably find a place where that you have a common style every time that you come to it, and it will probably sound familiar each time you do it. Anyway, it's E, C sharp, B, B, A, E, D. Do that again. E, C sharp, B, B, A, E, D. And in your left hand, you can just play a triad, A, C sharp, E. This is a D triad, F sharp in the bass, A, D. Kind of a little suspension type thing right there to D. And then C sharp is a melody. This is over an F sharp triad, so F sharp, A sharp, C sharp in your right hand. The melody is C sharp, B, B, A sharp, F sharp, E sharp, F sharp. Okay, that right there. Now we're ready for the last little part right here. This is going to be a B minor with a C sharp in the melody, so F sharp, B, D, and C sharp in the melody, B, C sharp, now it's an E7, B in the melody, and E, B, D, so an E7. Okay, let's do that freely section now again. So E, if you want to add some other tones with it to help fill it up, you can, all part of the D triad. And again here I added some other tones just to kind of help fill up struck that again. There's some some options here. It doesn't always have to be the same thing every time. Now you're ready for the end now. E. So then it goes up to the E and C sharp again, and we're doing the walking bass here. Strike it again on 4. Now we're ready for an F sharp, but in this bass we're doing C sharp, F sharp, G. And then now it's a B minor, so it's B, D, and D in the bass. C sharp, E, and E in the bass. Okay, do that much again. So now ready for the end. Melody-wise, it's D, F sharp. On count 3, it's G sharp, D, and then A triad, C sharp, E, A. What you can do in the bass is really kind of neat, because on the recording the bass vocalist is doing this part. F sharp, F, E, D, C sharp, B, and then it ends on A. But rhythmically it's this. Kind of neat. What's happening is that it's breaking out of that modal, that triplet feel, and doing a 16th note type feel. So it's kind of a polyrhythm, if you will, going against what it was normally with the triplets. Okay, let's see, where shall we start? Maybe let's go to the beginning, play it all the way through, and then I want to show you some chord accompaniment things you can do at some other juncture if you want to sing this thing. So it starts on A's. part, rubato. Notice I added those other chord tones just to help fill it up. Back into the rhythm now. And there's at the end. Okay? One other thing I want to show you, if you just want to play some accompaniment and say someone's singing this or you're singing it, what you can do is, while you're doing this A walking bass, you do some chord comping, what we call it, up in the right hand.